Hey, good morning. Let's have a look at another match. I think this is number 13. And I actually played pretty well in this match, especially I did not mess up any cube decisions, which is remarkable in a 7-point match. Um, I did catch a lot of luck and was lucky to win. I went ahead 6-0 and barely hung on to win the match. But there are 8 blunders anyway, and let's have a look at them. So, very first game, and I've got a pretty strong position here and go on the attack a little bit. Hit with the 6 and move with 4 and think maybe I'll get a chance to hit and cover. And the truth is the chance of covering is very strong with a 5 and a 6 anyway. And so maybe do 2 good things here, which is hit and move out and get your race going. Obviously, you've got a huge advantage in the race here, but just also you leave most of your prime intact. You don't have a full prime, but you got 5 out of 6 here. So why trade in 5 out of 6 for 4 out of 6? This was later in the same game in the pair off, and 4 and 2. Oh, duh. Very stupid play. Just come in and play safely. Not sure why I left that. I was lucky not to get hit, and I would have felt stupid. Yet another pair off error here when I could have taken the 5 to the 3-point and come off of the 4 and left a little more smooth distribution. So I go up 4-0, and we are now in game 4, and I play a 4-1 to cover the ace and leave the 2 checkers out on the 8, and would have gotten a much more smooth distribution by playing 8-4 and 6-5. Here's a 6-4 that was, I left the shot open, and actually this is what made the match interesting instead of dull. It wasn't so much that I left the 1 shot open, which would have been hit with only a 5 and 2 or a 6 and 1. Let's go back and take a look at that. I could have, I just don't like this whole not having any spares at all outside. So I thought it was better to leave the indirect and figured I'd clean it up on the next roll. But what actually happened was I threw a 4 and 2 on the next roll, and it was even more awkward than what I threw before. And I had no choice but to leave a shot at that point. And then did get hit and lost the game and almost lost the match because of it. So every little thing matters. Here's a 5-3 that I played inside and would have been far better off to just make the 18-point and leave this shot. Notice red is on the bar here, so I'm not, good chance I'll get hit, but not extremely likely to. My 6-3 lead has shrunk all the way to 6-5, and I've been doubled, so this is a DMP situation. And I have double 2s, and I don't move up to the 21-point, which XG would have strongly preferred me to. In fact, move up to the 24 and the 23-point. This was not even a roll I considered, a move I considered. Eighth roll, same game, and I have a 6-2 to play. This got to be an interesting prime versus prime position, and I guess the better play would have been play in and hit down on the 2-point. And what I was really hoping for was to get red to crash, and I thought that hitting him would not lead to that. I think that's the last error of the match. You may want to see how this played out. Since we're still at a pretty short video, we're not even at 5 minutes yet. So 4-1, I play a 3-2 down. Red comes over with the 6-4. Notice we both have checkers we'd like to get loose. I I played 5-1, which is an error but not a blunder, when I could have come down on the 2-point. And I had the same issue here, which is I want to get my man out. And in order to get my man out, I want red to have to move. And if red has to bear off, then I have to throw a 1 and then a 6. And obviously XG thinks my chances of doing that were better than I thought they were. I do get lucky here when red throws double 3s and does have to crash his prime, which is what I was hoping would happen. And then I come in with the ace, and then I do hit with the 2, get a bounce. And then I cover the ace, and I guess, which wasn't an awful play because it prevents theoretically it prevents the anchor. It reduces the chance of the anchor, but would have been better off to play the ace here and the deuce, which would have given me a 6-point prime and multiple opportunities to roll the 4 that I need. And red comes in with the deuce. I throw an ugly 6-3. Red comes in with another deuce. And at this point, I do catch some good fortune and throw the 4 that I need. And red pops over with the 6-5, and I come out with a 4-1. There's a 5-2. I play the 4-1 in rather than moving in and leaving a closer shot, which XT likes as a play. And what I really want is for red to crash, and then I still don't quite get there with the 9 that I need. So I play 6-1. Red rolls a 7, but doesn't hit me because I would have needed 6-1 or 5-2. And even at then, it still gets a little bit dicey here. I get the aces, which are helpful. I play 6-4, which is helpful. I get a 4-1. Red still doesn't leave. Red still doesn't leave. And then finally, 4-3 at the absolute last moment crunches, and I do win the match. So no doubling errors to look at because I didn't make any doubling errors in the match, which is, who knows, perhaps a sign of improvement. Thanks for watching.